one thing you're gonna learn about me is I try to just get everything in one take. I'm not a big fan of video editing, and a lot of other little things. Like, I like to keep it laid back. I'm a very laid back person. In fact, that's kind of my gardening method. Anyways, we'll get more into my gardening methods as this channel progresses. Basically, I just wanted to hop on and kind of tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Katie Sturmetz. I am going to be 30 in June, and I have 2 kids. I'm in the middle of a divorce, and I'm also going back to school. I start at ASU in the fall, and gardening, exercise, poetry, those things are some of my biggest passions outside of motherhood. So yeah, what I'm going to school for that kind of is relevant is sustainability. And sustainability I love it because there's a lot of different topics that sustainability umbrellas, and my preferred way, like, doing this in one take, I realize I might not have the most clear thoughts. Okay, but my goal with this channel is to kind of show people it's not hard to do sustainable things at home or to increase just little shifts to help green up the planet and also green up your green thumb. I understand I'm very fortunate. I'm currently living at my mom's property, and she's on about an acre. And I understand most people don't have an acre. In fact, the home that I was living at prior to this with my ex, teeny tiny yard, not much space for growing really anything, but I made do with what I had, and it is doable. And container planting and that's a great method for if you're in a small spot or even an apartment. As long as you have a decent balcony that gets enough sunlight, there are things that you can grow to cultivate, your own food. And yeah, this is my artichoke plant. I've had it for 3 years now. It's going strong, and forage, it tends to just reseed. My goal with this garden, and you can see I have my little propagations from different deciduous trees. This is a cherry plum. I have some peach, some apricot, but look at it. It's even getting little leaves. I am beyond stoked about it. My kids and I experimented with different seeds, with different tree seeds. I've yet to see anything come of those, and they were planted about 6 weeks ago. So hopefully something will happen. I wasn't the best at watering them early on, so maybe the seeds kind of messed up there. But basically my goal with this garden bed though is to always keep something living in it. That way it's just better for the soil. I could get into more details of that if people like the nitty-gritty details. I kind of geek out just a little bit. But it's always good to have living things in your soil, and I tried to do a no-till method. So right now I have just various wildflowers that are tiny seedlings, and then over there, same thing. I did a lot of weeding the other day, and then I planted more millet. And what else? Yeah, so right now this garden bed is all planted out. I'm just waiting for things to develop. And then my ecological garden bed has a lot of different seedlings going, and it's doing really, really well. Once I added the fence around it, kept the rabbits out, still has, and it's helped sustain like retention of soil and the logs when irrigation comes, because this property gets flood irrigation. It's basically effluent recycled water from the city. And that happens, I think it's every other week in the summer, and then once a month in the less hot months. I could be wrong, but anyways, things are going, and this is how I best connect to nature. It makes me happy. I love getting my hands dirty, love working with the dirt. But yeah, gardening is one of my biggest passions, and then journaling and poetry. I've recently gotten more accepting of my poetry. It's taken a long time for that. I've been going to open mic more frequently at a local coffee shop, and that's been fun too, and meeting new people. It's just a very exciting time in my life right now. There's a lot of shifts and changes and lots of growth internally and externally, so stick around for the journey, and yeah, I can't wait to teach you guys some things along the way, and vice versa. Teach me things, please. I'm open to everything. So yeah, happy day. I still have to prune. Ugh. I'm like really beating myself up. I still have to prune all the deciduous. I did, however, a couple days ago this week, I did prune up a ton of, we have grapevines that I pruned up. Yeah, that's one thing. I do a lot of projects, and I don't like to film myself doing all the like grunt work, and then because then if I do that, I'm like, I'm not just gonna show you guys a video of me doing all this work and then just speeding it up. I don't really like that. It doesn't feel, I don't know. It's not my preferred thing. So I'm gonna keep it like this, and we'll just kind of figure out how this channel will be, like with my videos. This kind of stuff is my jam, so I'm gonna stick with it and stick with what feels good to me, and hopefully you guys can appreciate and learn some things and vice versa along the way.